Yeah, hi everyone, this is Ashmita from Saurav's classes, and in today's class we are going to discuss about the paper 2 of the UPSC 2022 paper, which most of you might have given, and you all know how tough it was, and it was really a tough nut to crack, right? So we are going to solve certain questions in today's class. Now here we are not going to solve all the questions, rather we are focusing on certain selected questions per video, and if you focus and if you follow our videos, you would understand that we solve elaborately each of these questions, and we are targeting 5 questions to be discussed in a detailed way in each of our classes. So let's begin. Now, before moving over to the questions, I would like to discuss something about our classes. That is, at Saurav's classes, we provide you with all the study materials that you require for any kind of competitive examinations or any kind of entrance examinations. So if you are by chance preparing for any kind of entrance test, then we are here to help you out with all the guidance that you require. Here you will get live sessions, recorded sessions, portal access that's available to all the enrolled candidates 24/7. We also provide you with doubt clearing sessions, crash course facilities, scholarship facilities, and also mock test facilities and worksheets after every class. So what are you waiting for? If you really want to have a rigorous practice of the entire syllabus, revision classes and all, you should definitely join our classes. And as you can see that too much of pressure is there, too much of competition is there. So if you really want to win this competition, you need expert guidance, and we at Saurav's classes, we will help you out with all the things that you require. That's it. Now if you really want to join our classes, you can just check the description box below this video. You will get the contact details as well as the website link. Our official website is www.sauravsclasses.com. Let's begin. Yes, hello. So we are doing UPSC paper 2022. That is this year's paper. This is paper number 2, dealing with general studies. And today's class will be based on question number 61 till 65. Okay. Let's start with a passage that is provided over here. You have to read the following 2 passages and answer the items that follow the passages. Your answers to these items should be based on the passages only. Passage number 1, it says the majority of people who fail to accumulate money sufficient for their needs are generally easily influenced by the opinions of others. So, people who cannot save up money, then they get easily influenced by others. Okay, so if you don't have money, if someone else tells you to do something, you will definitely do it, because you don't have the power of money, your own money especially I'm talking about. So they permit the newspapers and the gossiping neighbors to do their thinking for them. So when a person doesn't have that money, that person will definitely ask opinions from the others instead of thinking on his or her own way. And that will permit the newspapers, that is, the newspapers will be filled with anything about that person, and the gossiping neighbors will say anything to that person and will obviously talk about their own beliefs, and that the person with no money will be listening. Opinions are the cheapest commodities on the earth. Yes, because you don't have to buy it, right? Opinions are the cheapest commodities, and mostly you don't have to buy it, that's why. Everyone has a flock of opinions ready to be wised upon by anyone who will accept them. So everyone, if you ask anyone for opinions, definitely you will receive 100 opinions from that person. Flock of opinions they are talking about, like altogether so many opinions will be given. If you are influenced by opinions when you reach decisions, you will not succeed any undertaking. So if you do not think about in your own way and you entirely depend your thinking, your thoughts, your mindset on only like opinions, your decision will be hampered in a very wrong way, which will make you like succumbed to your to the opinions only, and you won't be able to succeed in any undertaking. So let's check the question that is following it. Which one of the following is implied by the passage? They're talking about which one of the following is being talked about in the passage. Yes, let's read it. Most of the people do not accumulate money for their needs. No, not really. From the passage, we do not get to know so. Most of the people never fail to accumulate money for their needs. No. Number C says there are many people who fail to accumulate money for their needs. Yes, this one is correct. Number D says there is no need to accumulate money. No. So these three options are not at all given in the passage. Let's move forward to number 62. Now, question number 62 says, what is the main idea of the passage? Now, let's read what are the main ideas given. People should not be influenced by the opinions of others. Um, yes, of course, they are talking about others' opinions. Number B says people should accumulate as much money as they can. Not really. Um, Number C says people should neither give nor accept the opinions. Not really. We have got a better point over here. Number D says people will succeed in any undertaking if they do not accept any opinion at all. Yes, they are talking about this thing, but exactly what they are talking about, we have gotten option number A. All right, let's move over to question number 63. We are talking about passage 2 over here. The social order is a sacred right, which is the basis of all other rights. Do you remember the hierarchical order you studied in history in early Vedic period, in the later Vedic period, in the European society? So the aristocrats on top, then there were the other middle class people. Then that included the traders, the merchants, the professors, the teachers, and third group included the peasants, and the last group included the slaves. Those kind of things I'm talking about. You remember that social order? Do you really think it's a sacred right? It divided the society into a horrible way. Okay. Nevertheless, this right does not come from nature and must therefore be founded on conventions. So they are talking about building this kind of a hierarchy once again, which should not be directly based on some religion and all, but it should be based on conventions like rules and regulations. Number 63 question that is following says, with reference to the above passage, which one of the following statement is or are correct? Let's read the statements that they have given. Conventions are the sources of rights of man. Yes. Number 2 says rights of man can be exercised only when there is social order. Yes, actually, you see from this passage, they are talking about conventions. I told you, rules and regulation based hierarchy should be built so that each person, each group of persons should understand their work in the society. Okay, it's not about seeing someone with a bad eye, but it's also not about untouchables or slaves or that. We are talking about high society work and menial work. If all the people comes in the same status, then who will do this menial job? Okay, people will definitely not do any kind of menial jobs. So there should be some kind of people who will accept happily those menial jobs, and we shouldn't be looking at those people as like dirty or something, because they are also doing the job of cleaning our waste, right? We're looking at someone in a bad sense because that person is also just like us, same blood, same bones, same sweat, so like that. Yeah. So let's come back to the question. Yeah, number C would be correct. Both 1 and 2 will go. Let's go. Let's go to question number 64. Now, question number 64 says two candidates X and Y contested an election. Okay, politics. 80% of the voters cast their vote and there were no invalid votes. There was no nota, that is none of the above option. X got 56% of the votes cast and won by 1,440 votes. What is the total number of voters in the voters list? So they are talking about X winning, got 56% of the votes cast. Okay. So out of 100, he got 56% and won by 1,440 votes. Okay. So what is the total number of voters in the voters list? They are asking about the total number of voters. Yeah, the total number of voters would be, it would be number A. That is 15,000. Yes. Let's go to question number 65. Question number 65 says, what is the smallest number greater than 1000 that when divided by any one of the numbers 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 leaves a remainder of 3? They are asking about the smallest number which is greater than 1000. Okay. Your answer would be number C, that is 1083. All right. So that's it for today's class. We're going to continue once again in our next classes. So that's it for today's class, and we are going to continue with this series of solving session again in our next classes. Till then, if you have any queries and doubts, you can just post your comment below this video, and you can go over to the description box and check the details regarding our classes and get enrolled. That's it. We are going to meet once again in our next classes.